What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and today we're going to try for the 15th time, just kidding, it's actually the third time, to actually see all of the new content. Unfortunately, on the first attempt, I had already used an existing file, and unfortunately we were not able to see all of the Wounds of Eventide DLC content, because at that point, Esdras has already been defeated. I tried again the second time, not knowing that Esdras, or keeping him alive, was the key. And so I unfortunately had to beat the game in like record-breaking time on New Game Plus, so it was very, very frustrating. So now we're going to try to play yet again, and this time I have kind of mapped out a little bit of a route here. So essentially what I've done so far is I have cleared out the Tres Angustias, and I went through the Echoes of Salt area and found the resting place of the sister. I have seen a cutscene with Esdras, but I haven't fought him yet. So what I did is I made my way back up the Desecrated Cistern, and I kind of activated Hemino's quest. So now what we're going to do is we're going to explore the rest of the Charred Visage area, kill her, and then come down so that we can go ahead and activate the, hopefully the new content. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get started. It's going to be a bit of a stream today. We got a lot to cover, so let's do this. No, I didn't slide all the way. That'll work. So one thing I don't know is that if you play New Game Plus or subsequent New Game Pluses, if somehow the difficulty gets harder and harder or not. I don't feel like it does. This is pretty much just as hard as the previous attempt was for me. So yeah. There we go. Ah! And just so that you know, I've done the 100% multiple times already. I'm not going for 100% necessarily. But what I am going to try and do is, as I'm searching, because I don't have everything memorized, I can do a 100% route, but it's more of an organic route. What I'm going to do is I will be trying to locate, all the secrets that we can that help us boost our health and fervor bars to the max. So I will be searching for those. That's kind of the key for this run here. I don't really care much about all the secrets. I'll get those after I show you guys the new content, but I want to see it for myself as well. So I won't really care to get 100% until after I've seen the new stuff. Since we already have all the Rosary beads, we have all the prayers, we have all that good stuff. So there's not much to do that will be left aside from getting the remaining areas explored, like searching the rest of the map and all that. The 100% completion is going to be quite limited. Alright, let's see. I think I already... Oh, maybe not. I have not seen this yet. We'll go ahead and activate this. This would have been the location of a heart. A heart that we no longer need because we have it. So now we get Tears of Atonement in its place. Let's drop down here just to kind of complete this part of the map. Again, I'm really just looking for all the areas that help boost our health and stuff, and I think that if I come up here on this platform, this is either a statue of guilt or whatnot, or it could be an upgrade. Yes, another health upgrade. So that's exactly what we're looking for. So our maximum health has increased. Look at us go. Alright, so now that we're there, we're going to take this right back up. Take it right back up. And we're going to search the rest of the Lady of the Charred Visages area. She is going to be kind of difficult. The Tres Angustias were very difficult. Just because I fought them first. I typically fight them last. So by then, I've already uncovered most of the health upgrades and all that. But unfortunately, this time I went first. And probably wouldn't ever do that again. The Lady of the Charred Visage is, I feel, a little bit easier. But who knows? Who knows? This is a matter of preference, really. We'll go ahead and activate our invincibility because I don't think I can make that safely. Alright, so now we're going to make our way up this ladder, and we're just exploring the rest of the area. Handful of upgrades and things like that we need to go ahead and pick up. See if I can hit this guy. It's like a very specific frame you gotta hit. And jump. We'll come across and wait for the that pot of burning liquid to cease. I hate these little flea men, the ones that jump around like crazy. They're so annoying. Alright, I don't quite remember what's here. Oh, this room is terrible. We're going to slide down to the middle platform. He's not going to jump. That's great. Then we're going to come in here. Grab this. Get some iframes. And get hit by lava. That's great. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to slide and kill this lady here. There's nothing else down there except some map we need to explore. That's fine. I'll get that in due time. But this is who we want to face off with. Okay, she's dead. We're taking the top route. It's just so much safer. And because we have the blood perpetuated in sand, we have the means to actually explore this area early. So let's see. Not a lot I can do there. Oh, he's just sliding down the ladder. That's fine. Oh, he fell on my head anyways. 3 hits for him. We'll slide and kill her. And then we're going to kill our little fire pyromancy over here. Huh. Alright, we got that down. I do believe, yeah, I was gonna say, I do believe there's something up here. We're going to equip the proper relics. We have the silver lung already, so we're good to go. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to heal. And we'll go ahead and kill her with our... Oh, with our Joy-Con drift. Never mind. We're supposed to be able to dispatch of her. But unfortunately, our Joy-Con wanted us to aim up instead. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3. We'll open this door up. Just playing it safe. I mean, there's really no need for me to take any unnecessary risks here. This is, again, New Game Plus. This is the second go-around. I don't believe there's any difference in difficulty, but I do not want to press my luck, if there is such a thing. Alright. We'll go ahead and open up this area so we can pull the lever and activate the save point. So now, even though, you know, we had killed a handful of enemies, it's okay if they respawn because we're not going to revisit those areas again. So we're going to be exploring new areas from now on. So let's check the map and just make sure we're all good. We have our bearings. So we're going to go down and around. This area is a bit annoying because of these ghost things here. They can hit through certain platforms and then others they just don't. So it's really annoying. So we're going to go ahead and heal. And we're going to heal again. Come down. Slide and attack. Now we're going to wait for him. Okay, 1, 2, slide away. 3 hits. 1, and then we're going to hit the ghost. If we hit the ghost before it hits us, then we're safe. But Joy-Con doesn't always agree with me sometimes. My controller is really jacked up at this point, so it makes things a little more difficult than they need to be, that's for sure. And then we'll finish her off. I do believe there's an item over there, so we'll go ahead and get that real quick. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. We'll use our ability to kill her. 1, 2, 3 hits for him, and we'll slide into this one. And of course. We'll use the iframes. That's annoying. But that's how difficult it is. We got another collectible, which is fine. I do want to collect all of those at some point. I've done it already, but I'm just saying on this file. Just so we can have it all complete. But let's see. Oof. we are bound to die here. So let's go up instead. Because I don't want to face off with the ghosts if I can avoid them. There's going to be 2 here, but they typically spawn in favorable areas. Nope, we're dead. That's fine. We're going to go from the save point over to the left, search for the rest of the area, and then we'll be making our way toward the Lady of the Charred Visage. So at least we have a little shortcut here. So let's go back up and see if we can get our guilt fragment back. Let's see. We're going to go up. Actually, is that the right way? It is not. We got to go down and around. Okay, 4 strikes for them, 3 strikes for the flea dudes. We're gonna slash. There you go. 1, 2, 3. 1. 2, 3, 4. We'll wait for the flea man. Hit him in the air. Oh, maybe not. We won't hit him in the air. 1, 2. Slide and 3. Let's go get our guilt fragment back. We'll jump over, finish her off. We'll come up this ladder. We don't need to defeat every enemy. It's not going to be necessary. It's really just going to slow us down. And we don't need any help with that. Not in this run. We'll go ahead and heal twice. Kill this enemy up above. Slide over. Kill this enemy. That didn't work as planned. I was hoping to bait him and have him jump all the way over, but that's fine. We'll come across. Oh gosh. There you go. We're taking it nice and easy. This is a not difficult, but it is when you have my controller. My Switch controller is all but jacked. Barely got the iframes there. But we got them anyway, so they were good. We should make it across here. Oh, why did you do that to me? There's another save point up here, so we should be fine. But let's jump across, be patient, and then we're going to come up, up, up again. We'll come across this way. We're going to heal just for the sake of safety. Talk to our boy Jibriel. Have him sing and activate the second Amanecida. Such a creepy song. And last night was the first time I actually had defeated the 5 Amanecidas, and it was very difficult. It was very enjoyable, though. I thought the boss fights were fantastic. Some of the best boss fights in this game for sure. So we found his second one. So now 2 are awakened. There's one in the Wall of Holy Prohibitions. I always forget how to activate that one. Like last night I did it, but I'm not too familiar with that DLC. Last night was when I had first seen it casually. So we're going to equip this relic here so we can talk to this body, come across, and hopefully activate this Perdue. We'll go ahead and defeat the Lady of Charred Visage. And then after that, what we're going to do is I'm going to look at my map. We're going to we're not going to necessarily clear out everything else. There's no point. But what we will do is we're going to head straight down. On my casual piece, if you want, I can stream it and I'll do the 100% again. I already have a 100% guide out on my YouTube channel, so you guys can check it out. But this here is really just going to be so we can see the new content. I intend to get 100% of the items because I just can't have a Metroidvania that is not completed 100%. It just messes with my... I can't sleep at night if I don't find everything. Or if I have a file that's just not complete. So I'll be sure to complete it. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's beat this lady. This beauty. We're going to dodge this beam here. Dodge the beam again. This is the fast wave of projectiles. Pretty tough to dodge. You got to move all the way to the opposite corner though, usually. If you didn't have Joy-Con issues, you can usually nail these and actually reflect them back to her weak spot. But unfortunately, I can't do it consistently enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our ability to use this heal. And unfortunately, I missed a lot of those strikes. We're going to jump through these little beams or these little orbs here. That's the position you kind of want to be in there for that. We're going to dodge through, deal damage while we can. We're always being aggressive. Every time we're being hit or being struck, I want to hit them. I want to punish her for hitting me. So let's see. This is probably not the best idea, but it worked. I like to typically go in towards it, actually, because that's a better chance for us to dodge it. So we reflected it there. So I'm going to dodge into this circle here, so we're safer off. I'm going to go here. Dealing a lot of damage. So this is great. Really happy with the way this is turning out so far. Alright, we're going to jump through. Going to dodge over here. We're going to dodge this way. I'm going to use my invincibility frames here. If I can, it won't let me. Oh yeah, it did. It let me. Alright, we're going to heal again, and this way I can deal ultimate damage. And we're going to just tank all these hits and kill her and win. First try. That's what we like to see. Alright. Rest eternally, ugly lady. I've never actually used this side before. I didn't even know that was there. Just noticed that for the first time. Anyway, so we'll go talk to Mr. Crispy. And we're going to get the second holy wound. I think this is the wound of compunction. And I keep telling myself every time I play this game, I want to understand what those words are. I'm going to be honest. I'm typically pretty smart, but I don't know those words. Like compunction? What? Like, what does that mean? So I need to know what that means, and I don't remember the other wounds or the names of the other wounds, but I would really like to know what those are so I can get a better understanding of like what is going on in this world, in this world of Blasphemous. Because there is some crazy stuff going on. So I would really like to understand it better. We're going to go tag the Perpetua again and then come across to the right. That way we can go save Himeno. We'll get all that little side quest stuff taken care of. I like to get the side quests done even if I'm not going for 100% just because there are certain areas that I feel like I wouldn't be able to access otherwise. We will also be sure to upgrade the church so that we can teleport and gain fervor every time we save. That's going to be very important for this run. But we will, we're going to explore as much as possible. And yes, I will try my best to do the 100% piece of it as we go along the way. I have every intention to do so, but I've played this game all the way through 3 times in the last 3 days, so I have to see the new content, all of it, because at this point I haven't been able to, and I'm like, I feel cheated. I think this is also an upgrade, isn't it? Yeah, Mea Culpa Shrine that we won't be able to use because we already have a fully maxed out sword. Alright. We'll go this way. Look at those moves! 1, 2. Oh man, if I could have juggled all 3 of those, that would have been nice. Instead, I got hit by the flea dudes far too many times. We're gonna just go the safe route. Come across this way, come across this way. Excellent. I'm glad we beat the Lady of the Charred Visage in one attempt. That was nice. It took me a very long time to defeat her. My first time playing New Game Plus. It took me like 45 minutes and I wanted to cry. We're going to jump across and tag the flea dude. 3 hits, so he's dead. 1, 2, 3, as he's recovering from his jump. We'll come back over here. We'll see if we can dodge. Okay. That worked. Let's see. We're going to go down and around. I'm going to jump up here. Finish her off. Ah, he did it again. His weird little slide down the elevator technique. 1, 2, 3. One, two. I realized I didn't have the proper relic equipped. That could be bad in a spot like that. That could be real bad. Alright. 1, 2, 3, and then that guy. I want to try this other combo that I've never really done. Apparently there's a combo if you hold down, and that's like the last combo, so it must be powerful. Wait, what? Did I miss something? Oh, I still have to go down and around. Let me see. What am I missing? Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay, whoops. Straight down. Okay. And down again. Alright. Those angles. I don't understand the hitbox of that stupid laser beam. Things pisses me off beyond. To no reason. You're not gonna die, are you? It's gonna be difficult. Gonna heal. Just spam heals. That magic attack is incredibly powerful once you heal. I learned that in my previous run. It's just so strong and devastating. I like it. My treat to myself is after I beat this game and get the new ending, I will get a new Joy-Con controller. Those are the terms and conditions. One more hit for the ghost. 1, 2, 3. Let's go clear this path up first and we'll come down and around. So we're going to jump over. Boom, 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 boom. Dead. She's all sad and stuff. We'll come up. And this is the room where it's a handful of ghosts. Just 2, but it can still be annoying if they come on that side. 3 hits and 4. So we have 1 hit if I can aim up. 2, 3, 4. 3 hits for that one. Alright. So far so good. Can't believe that still hit me. That's annoying. Oh gosh, that was close. I see you, pretty lady. Oh, you're dead. So now we're good. We'll come down and not die, hopefully. Go down this ladder. And then we're going to come see what's on the left side. This here is a secret. Can't believe I missed that. I always forget about it. I have to look on the map, though, so I can identify it. Typically, it's really easy to miss for me. One of the rooms I always have to come back to. This room, I think, is going to have a handful of ghosts. So we're very likely to die here, but that's fine. We'll come through. We have that save point, so we can jump up and around, come through. I want to tag this little flea man. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I got an idea. It's risky, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, so there's nothing there. And then I don't mind if I die. Oh my gosh! No, I do mind. I don't want to die. I want to live! Okay, I lived. Just kidding. So yeah, I reverse psychology the game. I thought that I didn't care to die, so I was like, yeah, we'll go easy on him. Because if you try and live, you will die. That is the way video games work. Let's jump across this little pathway here. Fortunately, we've cleared it out, and guess what? We're going to make it safely to the save point. Now we can take the elevator down back to Albero, and we will be on our way. Look at that. Whew. I love that map being all cleared out. Now this area is freaking me out a little bit because I know it's not perfect. There should be a little red dot right there. But that is okay. We're going to go down this elevator. Head back down to Albero. Yes. Slide! And once we're down, we'll be in great shape because we'll be able to start heading over towards whatchamacallit. But one thing I'm going to do real quick, we're going to start heading towards the resting place of the sister. I want to make sure that this area is checked off. Have I purchased the key item here? I did. So I need to go ahead and clear it off on my map. There's no need for me to have these locations marked on my map because it does get a bit confusing. So I'm going to delete that marker. Looks like we've done everything else here. Obviously, I know where that is, so I'm not going to pretend like I don't. That's a side quest. That's another side quest item. I know where that's at. Okay. So it looks like we got most of Hondo, minus this part right here. Okay. Yeah, so we're good. Let's go to Albero. We're going to take the elevator. This one right here. Make sure we don't see any children of moonlight that we need to grab on the way down. We're going to go donate to the church. This will be probably the only time I do that. I only need the 20,000 Tears of Atonement upgrade. I already have the Cloistered Ruby, and I also have the skin. So if I do 20,000, I do believe I will be able to teleport, and I should also be able to regain all of my fervor. So we're going to go up to 20,000, because I think that's where I need to be at. And it's really not too bad of a price to pay, to be honest. Not for what you get. So now we are left with 7,000 Tears of Atonement. Let's leave the area and come back in. That's how you activate the progression of anything that happens in the game. So like you have to leave and come back. And typically with NPCs, you'll see their final items they gave you and things like that. So I really can't tell here. I'm going to have to go to the standard Purdue that's on the other side of Tirso's little barn that he sits in. So let's go over here instead. See if I have anything to give him. Nope. Sorrowful be the heart, brother. Alright, so we're going to go over here. Half of it. Pour it into a cup. Alright, so we got that. So we can teleport. Yay! Alright, so now the next thing we need to do is go here. So we're going to go to Echoes of Salt. So let's go ahead and teleport. I did not mean to put it. Oh my god, their babies are everywhere. Teleport. To Echoes of Salt. We are really close to the resting place. So I'm going to actually remove the cam while we're going through this content, because I want to be able to like see this without having my face in it for later reference, because I will be posting some lore videos on it, so I want it to be nice and clean, and those videos will be available on the lore channel, so be sure to check them out later this weekend, latest Monday, but I plan on having it out by tomorrow. So just get these invincibility frames, get out of here. We'll heal again. Make this little jump. And we're going to come back up. Alright, this should be it, right? Perfect. Alright, so I will see you guys in a second.
Penitent one, you stand before the tomb below which my name, Perpetua, rests. And with it, a body vanquished a long time ago. Although we were already introduced through the wounds of our confrontation, the audacity of your faith now gives us the chance to meet once again. A meeting behind the back of a miracle that ends up knowing you were able to defeat the lie created by the miraculous zeal that possessed my face and armor, but not my voice, which is now free of sin and dominion. However, I see in you that the guilt that weighs so heavily in both your heart and hands is deserving of such arduous penance. Such is your strength that my brother Esdras, convinced that you will commit crimes against the Church, has asked for my blessing to prevent you accessing such a sacred place. Penitent one, I have seen a different path for you, whose ultimate destination is neither the forbidden nor the sacred places kept behind the high walls of Mother Church. Rise above all that, above even the halls of the dream. This voice of mine is limited. It cannot disperse all the invisible mists that tangle up the truth and mislead us. You must meet with my brother. He will be waiting for you on the bridge that leads to the door of the Holy Visages. Take this scapular, whose sheen will tell him you have my blessing, and before which he will surely fall to his knees, as he loves me deep. At that moment, my soft whisper will reach his ears, beseeching him to assist you. Go fearlessly, penitent one.
Really cool. So we finally have seen the new content. Oh my gosh. We got different dialogue from our little friend there, Perpetua, which is fantastic. So now we go through and we'll explore the rest of the areas. And we're going to go ahead and defeat. Let me see. This is what we're going to do. We're going to defeat the rest of the enemies and bosses. And then what we're going to do on the way back is... before we explore the rest of the new areas again for the third time, we are going to explore something else and get the rest of the upgrades. So here, if you look at my map really quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teleport here, go all the way back to the Silent Brotherhood of the Brotherhood of Silent Sorrow. We're going to get our Rosary knots and all that so we can equip a handful more. We're going to save Gemino because I completely forgot about his ass. So we're going to go here. And then after that, we should be good to go. So let's go save Gemino first, though. I think that's time sensitive. So we're going to do this. That'll teleport us back to the most recent Purdue that we have prayed at. That is a new prayer that is accessible only through the new content. So I'll show you in a little bit as soon as we save here, or save Gemino, I'm sorry, here. I want to show you guys. Please don't be dead. Okay, he's alive. Yay! Alright. I still answer the call. Thank you, sir. He answers the call to open this really cool looking grave that I've never quite understood. Let me make sure I have the proper relics here. I'd hate to fall to my death on accident. Yeah, I just didn't want to die. We're going to come over here. I think this is where it's at. Should be a cave. Yeah, and he's going to be up here. We now have some Tears of Atonement. We're going to have this here. Dried flowers bathed in tears. And then we drop down here. We can give it to this lady. And then we should get another. I think typically you'd get a prayer here. We're probably just going to get Tears of Atonement. Very cool. I'll take it. And now we can continue working our way out. So one thing that we are going to be doing is, fortunately we were able to complete that quest. We're going to head out and we're going to go back to the Brotherhood before long. So let's go ahead and get the Child of Moonlight while we're here. There's no need to skip any of this. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Doing pretty well here. Navigating this crazy area. Really? Just didn't want to die. And we missed. We almost missed. That was close. Nice. It looks like we made it. So we're going to do this. Oh no! I did the wrong prayer. That's annoying. That is annoying. That's fine. We'll come back into that later. Let's go ahead and teleport to the Brotherhood of Silent Sorrow. Right at the lower level though. Right here. Oh gosh. There. One thing we need to do is fill another Bile Flask. Right now, I mean, we're not getting a bunch of benefit from the Bile Flask's heals. But we do get to activate that special ability, which allows us to kind of shoot a beam from our sword. And that is important. And that is very, very powerful. It's a really huge damage bonus we get. So let's get for, I think we have 2 or 3 knots at this point. We want to give her as many as we can so we can equip as many Rosary beads as possible. I do. I think I have a third one for you too. See, that is locked off too. I'm interested to know what's beyond there. Every single wall that's been blocked off in the game otherwise has been somehow a secret we can explore. So I am still very curious. What is behind that? Let's see. So we have that. I'll need to equip the Immaculate Bead at some point, but I say we do our big beads here. And you think I'm crazy, I'm sure, but I don't like the order that they're in. It drives me nuts. So let's get rid of this. And we'll do this instead. Get our red bead here. And then I'm going to equip this and also the Cloistered Ruby. Alright, so now we're in good shape. Let's see. At this point, let me just double check what we need to do here to actually progress. We can start heading this way. I see a ton of little points in the map that we need to get, but that's not the point. We've got to get to the next boss. So it should be over in the Desecrated Cistern area. So let's see. Let's teleport over here to this one, and then we'll go down. That's what we'll do. Okay. So we're going to use our prayer again. That'll take us back to the last Perpetua that we stopped at. So we're going to heal right there. We're going to teleport. And that's my Joy-Con going crazy. That's fantastic. There you go. That's where we need to go. So we're going to go here. Tag this real quick. Alright. Oh gosh, okay. Gotta get these parries. Matter of fact, we really don't. We can just jump right over your heads. I think this is going to be the pathway that we can't travel just yet, if I'm not mistaken. So I need to go down. I want to say that up and to the right was the bridge, and that's the bridge where this is the bridge. Okay. I'll be darned. It all kind of gets blurry after you've been doing this three days in a row. Very nice. I love that execution. We'll get the parry here as well. Get another parry. We'll drop down here safely. Make sure we have the blood perpetuated in stand and jump across. I think this is just a collectible. Ah, it's Tentutia's carnal remains. I think we might have all of Tentutia's parts. Let's see. We have the bones, the hair, and the carnal remains. Perfect. We have everything. Excellent. Now I wonder. I haven't fallen down from here yet before. I don't know why I just flashed, but that's fine. Make sure we have the proper relics equipped. We're going to drop down and see what we find. There you go. 1, 2, 3. This will just be Tears of Atonement since we've found everything. Oh, it's an empty bile vessel. That's right. Yes. That means we're going to have like 6 heals, or opportunities to heal anyway. So these 2 right here need to be filled. We're going to remove this, and we're going to add the nail uprooted from dirt so we have full mobility even in this yucky area here. We're going to jump across these enemies. There's no need to beat them. We have nothing to prove here. Nothing at all. Very nice. I'm glad we could find that. That's going to be very helpful for us. Let's see. What is this? We'll go down first just to kind of unlock all these little areas here. A lot of these little paths diverge off, and they typically need you to have the nail uprooted from dirt. Fortunately, we already have it because this is New Game Plus. Gonna jump across. Ooh, we got tagged anyways. Good strike, madam. That'll open up a pathway that we'll need eventually. That's another shop. Might as well go over to it. If I recall correctly, this is a shop. Yes. So we'll go ahead and buy what's here as well. I do believe that this might be the shop that has the most expensive. I don't have enough cash. Darn, darn, darn. Oh, we do. There's one that's 9,999 that I don't have yet. So we have the key. So if we go back to the Brotherhood, we have it. It's fine. Excellent. I think there's a per due on the other side of this. So let me just double check. Not quite, okay. This is a secret over here. This was where you'd get a bead of wax, but we already have the max size beads, so we should be fine. Nothing more to obtain there. I'm looking for the save room. Coming from this area here, you're going to be able to unlock everything, which is great. I think one of these is going to be the Statue of Guilt I'm looking for. That's kind of my reference point. All these little trap rooms here, they're going to be relatively easy to clear because those enemies are still pretty easy to defeat. The only thing is you got to be mindful of them teaming up on us. So let's see. Another pathway here. They all kind of connect. Let's come up this way. I think this is the save. And then up and to the right, we'll have the statue. So we're going to stay in this area because this is where we'd fight Den Piedad. He is one of my favorite bosses. He's very simple. There's nothing special about him, but he's just a lot of fun to fight. It's just very satisfying to fight him. Alright, there it is. Yeah, so we're good. We got our points of reference now. All these are pretty much all tagged up at this point. Yep, okay, so we've completed that pathway. Excellent. Now we can stay in this area because this is where we'll need to defeat... Uh-oh, there's Esdras.
Sister of mine, the miracle will protect me.
Please don't be crazy. He's being crazy. No, so this is the part where, you know, as we're continuing to progress, he's getting more and more frustrated because he wants to fight with us because he's trying to follow his captain's orders. His captain is, of course, the crazy lady Crisanta. So we are going to hopefully not have to fight with him. We'll give him the item. Or because we have the item in our possession, maybe he won't want to fight with us. That is the key. I'm hoping that he doesn't want to fight with us because it's in our possession. There's an illusory wall right here. We can go ahead and destroy this. And we're going to get a nice little collectible right here. We need them all anyways. We'll do a slam attack. Ah, it didn't seem to connect. Got to be careful for the guy on the right. Get the parry. Destroy him. There you go. Slide down. These guys don't want to die today. We're going to go ahead and parry. That works. Alright, perfect. So now we're kind of completing the path. We opened all of these doors in reverse order, actually, because this is something I've never done before. I usually go a very specific path, and the funny thing is I don't have it like mapped out in my head or anything, but I experience the levels the same exact way each time because I just kind of am wired that way. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. So what happens is, what happens is you equip the wrong prayer and you go all the way back. I have to change that prayer right now before I do that again. I've done that so many times ever since I've got it. Let's go ahead and do this. I don't care if the enemies come back. We'll defeat them. I need the Tears of Atonement anyways, especially if I'm going to end up eventually getting all of the bonus or benefits. We're definitely going to need to get all the Tears of Atonement we can to pay for some of these upgrades. Okay, so here we go. We're coming in here. But anyways, what I was saying is, yeah, I always experience the levels the exact same way. I don't know why. It just kind of lucks out that way. I usually go a certain path. I kill the Lady of Charred Visage first. And then I go down to this area. And then I end up going through Hondo and then fighting the Tres Angustias. Let's see, what's over here? This is a very conspicuous looking wall. But there's nothing. Is this where I fall? No. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, so this is not going to be anything, just Tears of Atonement, but it would have been something important. I'm going to do this just in case we get surrounded. Come on, fools. Don't have time. I love the Fervorous Blood attack. It's just such a powerful ranged attack that's really easy to underestimate and not use to its fullest. Ah! Of course. I'm going to get the execution. I'm probably going to get stabbed in the head, but it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Yeah. So hard to hit him, but we'll do this instead. Now he's dead. We'll come across this little plank or this platform here and jump. And I think this is another collectible we can get. We're trying to get them all. We need to get them all. And I don't think it's required to open up the ossuary, but I think you just have to have most of them. We'll have almost all of them in no time at all. Okay, so now I'm going to come down here. Go through this passageway. And eventually Vidiana is gonna want to see if we need her help, and we're gonna deny her help. I want to keep her young, keep her youth, maintain her youth, because I don't like when she's all old and ugly looking. Jump, slide, jump. Now we're on the other side. This is the entrance of this area. We're gonna get the execution because I feel like it's just more fun that way. We'll get another execution. I love the animations. They went into all the work to put this animation. Why can't we enjoy it, right? I'm gonna heal. Gonna get the parry here and kill him. We're gonna use a flask, get the activate our invincibility frames, and just defeat these guys really quick. Okay. We're gonna get the execution on this enemy here. Slide and kill. Let's see. Boom, boom. Dead. Go down this ladder. There should be an illusory wall over here. We're going to come this way because there is a Perpetua down here. I think this is where we're going to face off with the boss here soon, if I'm not mistaken. There's Viridiana. Going to leave her down there. We'll activate the Perpetua. And because I'm just feeling good today, let's go kill Piedad. My favorite boss, just because of the way he looks. He's not my favorite in the entire game, but just my favorite, just kind of the looks. He's very interesting. It's a fun boss fight. Alright. He's gonna slam down. We're gonna dodge away. Come in with a slide attack. Get hit in the back. That's awesome. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna kind of tank a few things here. I'm gonna flask as well, and then we're gonna just spam the junk out of this attack right here. There you go. Very nice. We're gonna slide into him again, and then we're gonna slide away because now he's gonna have more range. Slide in once again, jump over this attack, and then we're going to do a combo if I can get my Joy-Con to work. There you go. Jump. Oh, okay, we're going to get hit in the back. That's fine. Jump, and he's going to die here if I get this combo off. Dead. So first try. This is New Game Plus, ladies and gentlemen. We're making these bosses look like this is the first go-around. Very good, very good. Very pleased with that. Let's go talk and get the third Holy Wound. This is going to be kind of the finality of this little chapter here before we face off with Esdras, because now we can progress to the door, that bronze door that requires the 3 afflictions or Holy Wounds to be intact, and we have all 3 now. Hey there. Holy Wound of Attrition. Alright, so now we have all 3 Holy Wounds. This is fantastic. Fantastic! This is how the door opens. Okay, great. This isn't new. For 2 seconds I thought it was new. I was like, oh, let me remove my face so I can use this footage. That's excellent. But that is, of course, where the church is now going to be accessible to us. Very good. Let's come over here and see how this connects to the existing areas. I don't quite remember. Ah, the Desecrated Cistern. Alright, Desecrated Cistern is not going to have much for us in terms of any wounds, so we're going to stay there. We're actually going to go back. Let's see. We are going If it's not here, I think it's over here. So let's just teleport here real quick and see what's over to the right. I have a feeling that it's actually up above in this area. But we're going to go to Mercy Dreams real quick and see what's over to the right. Again, I know there's plenty of map that I'm missing, but it's fine. I'll be able to get all that in my at my leisure. I want to see the new content. I deserve to. I've played through all of this before. I don't know how many times. In the last 3 days, I beat the game 3 times, 100% each time. So I am quite tired of seeing the same content. When I saw Perpetua give her new dialogue, I was almost in tears. Alright, so we're going to have to go this way. It is going to be the area that I first suspected. But I am glad that we came here. Alright, so we're going to teleport. We're going to go up here. No, we're going to go here, actually. This is a bit of a more straightforward path. All we need to do is go up. And we're going to end up going over to the right. But we do need to explore a little bit more to the left to get out of this little circular area here. So we need to cross the bridge. Get a perfect parry like that. Get another parry while on the edge. Jump over this enemy like a boss. Get the execution. Get another parry. Get another parry. Oh, shit on my skin. Beep. You're dead. Okay, so anyways, we're there. Ooh, okay, we're good. We made it. So we're going to go up this ladder, and it should be just directly to the right. And I hope that Esdras doesn't do anything stupid. Redento! I was wondering where you're at, bro. Okay, he's not here yet. We're not there just yet. But we need to help our little hunchback brother from another mother. Alright, she's dead. 1, 2, 3 for Doug Trio. 1 hit for each head. Parry! And then we get another parry! And the rock is coming at us. Jump, and then slide kill. Insta-death. We're going to come across the scenic route because I want to knock down all these trees here. We're going to get the parries. That's just what we do. And then we're going to get these over here. Give me them. Parries. Yes. Then we're going to knock down this tree. Oh! I think I jumped. If I would have jumped too early, I think the animation wouldn't have registered that the tree was down yet. And uppercut! Execution. One of my favorite executions. And then Redento, you're good to go, bro. Yeah, you're free. Go on. You're good. Now he's safe to traverse across the way so he can, I guess, complete his penance. So off we go. And is this the content that I'm looking for, please? Oh, gosh. Here goes. I'll see you guys in a few.
Sister, I know you are there. Even if I can't see you, hear my plea. After your departure, it is now my turn to prove I'm deserving of our captain's trust. I will not fail, Crisanta. And may the greatest of pains devour me if I let the penitents through this door. On your guard, penitent one. That elusive light. It can't be her. Is that true, sister? Is this really the sublime light of your virtue? So, you have received the much esteemed and blessed favor of my sister. With her blessing, she has given you the ability to hear her noble voice, full of Penitent One, meet me in the chapel where guilt was given shape. Where you were anointed the Penitent One, and where you knelt for the first time. It will be in this remote place that my sister will hear my plea, and will send her voice to me once again.
That's awesome. We finally did it. I'm so excited. Okay, you know what? I know exactly where to go. So we're going to go back to the Brotherhood of Silent Sorrow. And from there, we actually avoided a boss fight, which is really cool. So we're going to go right up here. Whoa, whoa. We're going to go right up here. And we're going to jump across and not die. And we're going to see what he's got in store for. Oh! Almost missed that jump. I have to say it. Every time I say it, I get it right. So let's go. Jump. 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 Slide to the left. Oh my god. Okay, I got it. We got it. 2 steps now, y'all. Oh. Goodbye. I'll see you guys in a few.
Virtuous Penitent One, this was the place where your sword was born of guilt itself, bringing pain to the flesh, as the soul could suffer no more. The voice of my sister, may the glories protect her, recited verses to me as tender as they were wise, her words revealing a different destiny for you. Further away, although not in distance, woven in shadows, but full of light. I have been guarding this key for a long time now. It will open the door behind which lies that which the holiness itself condemned to eternal reclusion. I no longer have the power or the words to describe it. Head for the library of the negated words. There you'll find the keeper of keys, though the one I am entrusting you with is missing from his collection. Head for the library.
That is so great. Okay, I am super excited. Everything is working out this time around, so I am so happy. All we need to do now is head over to the Library of Negated Words. So we're going to do that eventually. So all we need to do at this point is from the Mercy Dreams area, come across this way. I think we'll enter a really nice area, the Knot of Words and all that stuff, the Knot of 3 Words, and come down. And then we'll go through the bottom part of Mother of Mothers and then jump to the Library of Negated Words. I think at that point we're going to probably find the NPC that was promised to us. And then what we'll do is we'll go defeat the 2 bosses. The boss over in Echoes of Salt. Typically Mourning and Havoc is what it's really called. And then we'll go over to the Ossuary. See if we have enough bones to face off with Isadora. I have defeated both of them multiple times. So we should have a relatively easy time doing that. So the ossuary would be right over here. So I'm going to put bones so you guys know. Blink. All right, cool. So let's go ahead. Ooh, let's go ahead and get this right here. I want to make sure I can tag this area. It's going to drive me crazy. I missed it. Okay, I'm just going to go crazy then. That's fine. That's fine. My mental health apparently doesn't matter to this game. We're going to go here, up, up. I don't know. Ah, so close. Okay, no worries. We'll get it. So let's go all the way through. What we can do now is we're going to equip our prayer. that allows us to travel back to the last Perpetua we were just at. So we're going to do that. We're going to activate our prayer. And then we're going to go teleport back to the area where we met Esdras. One thing I would like to see is if we can reach an area. Okay, so darn it. I would like to refill these 2 flasks, so we're going to do this first. We're going to do a little bit of housekeeping right here. We need to make sure we have the means to heal as much as possible. And not for the sake of healing, believe it or not. It's really for the sake of activating that super powerful set of attacks that I really like. And yes, I know I'm going the opposite way, but while we're here, might as well fill out the map. Because otherwise, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. We got that going. Tears of Atonement. That was a weird jump. Somehow I clipped to the wrong platform. Threw me off a little bit. Oh, good gosh. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting to unequip the wrong prayer, but that's fine. Must have been a sign. So let's just go straight to the it's an area where they can refill our bile flasks. So we need to go down. I'm going to change the prayer now before I forget, because that's going to get us again. It always does. Gets me every time. So we're going to slide and hopefully get the execution. Very good. We're going to try not to die, because we actually have a side quest that we're doing right now. Inadvertently. And if I can do it without dying, I would love that, because this is one of the most annoying side quests I've ever experienced in my life. But there we got 3 decapitations. You gotta love it. This is a great animation. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. We'll come down and around. Jibriel was here earlier. We were able to, I don't know if it's Jibriel or Hibrael. I don't know. I think I'd say Hibrael because it sounds cooler, but I don't know, man. I didn't hear him say his name, so. But if they call Hondo and not John Doe, he's probably Hibrael. Alright, let's go. You're dead. We'll refill our flask. There's 2, so we can actually pay the price to get 2 flasks filled. So there you go. Now we have a total of 6 flasks, and that's excellent. Now what we can do is we're going to equip our prayer that I love and hate, because I typically use it at the wrong times. It does nothing wrong. It works perfectly every single time. I, however, do not. Alright, so now we're going to equip the proper prayer here, the defensive one. And then, let's see. Time to head over here. So we're going to go over to the Bridge of Three Calvaries. Teleport. And we're going, oh, whoa, Joy-Con, don't do that. There. You got to trick it. Like if I make it think I'm going to the right or something, it's like, yeah. He's trying to go this way. And then I actually trick it and go the other way. It is sentient. It knows how hard I play these games, and it wants to add that extra layer of difficulty. Alright, so here we've gone into the Mother Church, Mother of Mothers.
I feel
That's the crazy guy. Gonna come up here. I think this should be the teleportation portal, I believe. We'll go in and then we'll come right back out just to activate it. So now it's freed up for us to use. There should be a Perpetua over there, and this will be the Ferris tree. This is the Ferris tree, but this will be the area where we face off with Laudes. She's pretty cool. I beat her, and she's pretty much an amalgamation of all of the Amanecidas that she created, which is really cool. So technically, those 4 Amanecidas that you face off with are just part of an extension or a manifestation of her, like, fervor and passion for the miracle. So Really crazy how it came to be that way. But alright, Patio of Silent Steps.
Said that Perpetua could for twist.
We got the Purdue, which is great. Patio of Silent Steps, definitely not my favorite area. Definitely not. These guys are terrible. Ooh, that was not good. We'll go ahead and use this instead. Our long range attacks. Jump across. Ah! That's fine. We'll come the other way. That's the intent. That's supposed to happen, but I always try and beat it. I don't think you can. Lovely. Didn't get to get all those hits off. That's okay, though. These chicks are probably my second worst enemy. You should be dead. How are you not dead? I hope she fell in that pit of spikes. That's all I gotta say. The one down below. Alright, so we're gonna do this. We got the Fibula of Risp the Ranger. Remember, we're not gonna be able to make it all the way up to the Wall of Holy Prohibitions, but we're gonna get close. Do I have the Gnarled Tongues equipped? I do. So now we can jump across safely. That went away. Perfect. So now we can jump, 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 climb up the ladder, and then we're going to have to jump down. I will need to make sure that I have the linen thread equipped because last time I didn't, and I died. Quicksilver. Hi-ho, Silver. Oh, gosh. Okay. We'll go down the ladder. Like a civilized person. Come across this way. Alright, let's do this. Gonna use the 3 gnarled tongues here and grab this item. It should be a collectible, I think. Oh, Tears of Atonement. It would have been a Rosary bead. That's right. Very good. We dispatched those 2 ladies. Got punched in the face. That's fine. We'll drop down here and grab this. Olive seeds. We'll need to give that to Tirso before long. And we got another collectible. Very nice. We'll come up and around. Unfortunately, we can't use the path directly to the Library of Negated Words because that'd be so nice. I wish we could just destroy this right here and actually get through it, but we can't. The only way to open up that passageway is from down below, which is unfortunate. I see if we can make this shot. 1, 2. Perfect timing. Let's go save Redento. He's a little nervous. He doesn't like to fight his own battles. Alright, let's go. We activated our invincibility frames. Time to fight some little strong enemy. I don't really like this enemy a lot because he's typically paired up with one of the worst Cupid enemies that is in this game. They're very difficult to fight because they have really weird attack pattern. Alright, Got me the Tears of Atonement. Thank you very much, Redento. I'll see ya in your final, at the end of your little side quest. We've done most of them already. I'm going to equip a different prayer here so I can reach the Child of Moonlight. And we tagged it. Got a little lucky there. That was, it was moving out of range, actually. But we got it anyways. Let's destroy all these dudes sitting in chairs. We're about one shot. If we get hit once, we probably have the ability to get hit more than once. But if not, we will die if we get hit any more than that. So we need to make sure we reach the save point, which should be right over here. This is my favorite save point. It's the Knot of Three Words location. This is where you learn about the first miracle. Very interesting. See? No, it is actually very interesting, but we've seen it like 16 times already, so I will save that for the lore video. We're going down. We're going to get anointed. Let's do this. Let's get some more oil here. There you go. Our fervor has increased. It's fantastic. If we come down this way, we'll actually be right towards the exactly where we need to go, which is the lower part of Mother Mothers. This is now the Library of Negated Words. So we have reached our destination. Let's not get killed by these ghosts here. Slide and down. I love it. Now we have the teleportation portal, but these are obsolete now once you have the church upgrades. This is not where my secret's at. I always think there's the secret floor down there, but it's not. It's not there. One thing I do need to do before we give the key to the Diosdado, I'd like to read exactly what the item description says. So let's do that. Let's get this execution, one of my favorites, especially for such an annoying enemy. Yes. God, that feels good. Alright, let's go ahead and read the item description really quickly. Change back to our invincibility prayer. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Quest items. A ponderous key grown straight from the trunk of a tree. Its surface is bleed. I'm just kidding. I can't write. I couldn't think of a word. Its surface is polished like an impossible carving except for 3 striking knots that serve as teeth. A layer of molten gold covers its head, the only show of difference to the traitor who was... Oh, deference. Good God. Let me read that again. I don't know how to read anymore. A ponderous key grown straight from the trunk of a tree. Its surface is polished like an impossible carving except for 3 striking knots that serve as teeth. A layer of molten gold covers its head, the only show of deference to the traitor who was locked up in the deepest roots of Custodia. Diosdado observed that singular wooden key in a silence disturbed only by the rattle of his own breathing. After a long pause, he finally said, "No, there is no other key like this." Then he began to walk, leaning on the lamp that he used as a stick and looking around anxiously, trying to find something that would help him remember the place where the strange door could be found, in whose lock this unusual key would fit. He walked down long hallways crammed with dusty tomes, past bookcases filled with ramshackle wooden shelves that had long ago rotted in the humid air, when suddenly he heard a grinding sound. The key of knotted wood was stirring in the palm of his hand and seemed to be twisting more and more. It was then that he realized he had found the door he was looking for. Very cool. And we will also find said door. So excited. And then he's going to say, "Hey, I need my 2 eyes." Because it said the traitor. And the items that you get from the 2 bosses are the eyes of the traitor, both the left and the right eye. So that means that once we do whatever we need to do, by talking with this NPC, we're going to have the opportunity to then obtain those eyes by defeating the 2 bosses that are new for this content. And then we return it to the NPC, and I'm sure we'll get some awesome... Oh, I bet we'll get the last heart. The heart that we've been trying to get. Let me see if he says anything different.
The sound does not cease. It creeps on the its origin or its obscure destiny. For the love of the High Wills, silence it, for I have long yearned for it. For the love of the High Wills.
So that's not new. All he's talking about right there is the item that we need is the Shroud of Dreamt Sins. There's somebody that's banging on a wall incessantly, and it's not dead spirit, I guess all spirit, but it's a dead dude. It's a spirit, and we need to make him stop. So all we do is hit an illusory wall, and then he stops. There you go. We'll jump across these books here, and then we're going to come down. I accidentally touched that. It's fine. Ladder! Ow. Let's see. We're going to come up here. We're going to activate our invincibility. Get the execution, because I hate these librarians. I was going to say I hate librarians. I don't hate librarians. I hate these librarians. Because they're evil. Yay! We are making progress towards the new content, and I am so happy. We're going to jump here. The Gnarled Tongue should activate this right here. We'll grab this collectible. Oh, come on. We're going to slide across, get hit in the face twice. We've found another statue of guilt, which we will need to get the true ending. Yeah. Sniper. Get the execution, because you have to. You gotta love it. We're gonna get another invincibility power to activate right here. Slide down. Kill this guy. Find the secret passageway. Grab this item. Another empty bile vessel. You gotta love it. It's so funny. I'm exploring the whole game completely out of my normal order, so it's really actually a great breath of fresh air, considering I had been playing it incessantly for the last few days. We're gonna pull this across. It's gonna move over to the right. I'm gonna jump up here, jump over the book, get hit in the back, activate the invincibility prayer, because I'm not gonna die here. Not until I get my my save point. Yo! You didn't even catch the book. That's what pisses me off. Like, how are you gonna throw it, boomerang it back, and not catch it? Jerks. Are you serious? You're not gonna die? Okay, that's fine. You don't have to. I was just saying. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna come across then. Might as well get the rest of this map, because I never want to come here again. Map. Okay, now we can go back. We're gonna traverse this little passageway here. Jump. Gnarled Tongues. There will be a save point right here, so now I feel like I can be a little crazy. I'm gonna come up here real quick, because this area is a bit more difficult to navigate than the other. Like so. I'm gonna use my invincibility. Now I'm gonna just kill all these crazy witches, because now I'm mad. I was gonna let them live. Believe me or don't. Jump across. Jump up. Oh no! Okay. That's fine. So that's what you don't do. Oh, my ass. Okay, you gotta be kidding me. I did not hold down. Okay. That was not me. I was standing, and I was trying to strike, but see, look, I'm not even holding up. And it's aiming up. Controller. Don't you do this. Don't do it. Don't. Alright, we're good. This is the secret pathway to the Patio of Silent Footsteps that we were just at. Patio of Silent Steps, whatever. I always rename these places because they're named crazily anyways. Quit. Okay, there you go. We're going to tag this Purge You. And we're going to go to the left real quick. There's nothing over here that's actually of use for us, but we do need to equip the Silver Lung of Dolphos. And this will allow us to traverse this area safely. We're going to activate our invincibility. And I'm just going to go through really quickly just so I can get the map completion. And also reach the area for the secret from Miriam's Strife and Rune DLC content. So we're going to go here, open this up. We're going to see if we can tag these skulls real quick. There you go. And then now we'll come across this way. We still have the ability to use our invincibility prayer, so we will. This is the room where you do a platforming sequence. It's very difficult. I will have to do that in my own time. But I haven't shown you guys how to do it yet, so I might actually use this save file as an opportunity to show you how to do it. But I will be crying and throwing everything and cursing, and it's really hard. Okay, so just get ready for that. I was so mad, and I literally wanted to just cry in anger, like man anger, you know, like manly anger. It was so frustrating. I couldn't believe how difficult it was. But I learned how to do the air thrust a new way. So instead of holding down and striking, if you just press ZR and strike, you can do the air thrust, which is so crazy that I never knew that. But I hadn't played the game in several years, so whenever I was like, oh my gosh, I went to the intro again and I saw it and I was like, you got to be kidding me, it's that easy. And it was. I actually accidentally equipped the wrong relic, but here you go, we have it equipped now. Nice. Freaking boomerang books here. Heal. And I'm going to use my ranged attack to kill ya. I'm going to heal again. We're going to drop down here. There will be an illusory wall right here. Let's take care of this enemy. And this should be a health upgrade. Man, I love remembering where everything's at. I should, since I've played it 3 times in a row, like non-stop. The last 3 days I've been playing this game non-stop, just so I could see the new content that I'm just now seeing today. So I am incredibly excited to get through this. Uppercut. I missed. How are you not dead? We're going to jump this way. We're going to cut our little hands. Oh, no, this is not the right one. This is the one we have to unequip everything. Okay, I don't have the means to unequip everything just yet, so we're fine. We'll do this secret later. I do want to mark it on the map so I don't forget, so we're going to do question mark. Alright, so we're going to head over here. Remember, we do need to go to Tirso at some point so we can get a... It's either going to be a Rosary Knot or a Bio Flask. I do believe there's another save point. Actually, no, that's the up. We do have to go up and around. That's where we need to go. To stop the incessant noise that's bothering Diosdado, it's actually right above us. But we're going to get this execution real quick. One of my favorites. We're going to come down here and grab this. I missed. That would have been it. That would have been it. Gotcha. Okay, she's dead. There you go. Now, I think this is the secret that I was thinking of. The one where we have to cut your hand. No, it's not. This is the path to the sleeping canvases. I am so mixed up right now. I'm trying to remember where my little favorite secret's at, but that's fine. We're going to go up here. You're back again. That's great. Nice. What are you... No! Okay. Alright, let's go up and around, and that way we can help Diosdado. And this should hopefully activate the new content. So this is going to be a puzzle sequence. We're going to need to pull this ladder over to the right. Of course, it's going to make the other ladder go to the left. That's fine. Once we have the blood perpetuated in sand, if you pull this lever here, it's going to bring the other side. Now we come down here, pull this lever, and all the ladders come this way. So now we have a straight path. But what I want to do is make sure I have all the map completion. So I'm going to go here. And I'm going to pull both ladders over again. And that way we can activate this. Get punched right in the face. Slide attack. Get blown up again. Very nice. Alright, cool. So now we got all the completion for this little area, though. Because I don't want to have to do that again. I won't be able to make it across. That's fine. So now we have to do the puzzle again. So we do make a meet in the middle. Oh, never mind. And then bring them all over. And that's that. It's really simple after you've done it 15 times. This is the guy that's going crazy, so I'm going to actually disappear for a bit so you guys can see this. What we're going to do is we're going to stop him from making that noise that was bothering Diosdado, and hopefully there's going to be some new content.
Diosdado by name, Night Watchman by trade, I'm at thy mercy. You have my gratitude for quelling such an unbearable sound. We are in the library of denied words, for the pages that lie within these dusty tomes are forbidden and forever shall be. All that accompanies me here are these ponderous keys and the wandering souls that, even after death, still hunger for knowledge. Watch your step, as these halls can be deceptive. Watch your step, as these
Alright, this is not new,
halls
so what
can
we're
be
going to do is
deceptive.
we're going to just explore the rest of this area real quick and make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, perfect. So we're going to come down. And we're going to go to the Perpetua. We're going to pray at it, and then we're going to teleport back up to the first Perpetua that we found in the Library of Negated Words. Diosdado should be directly to our left, so I'm going to try this again.
That key of yours that you are carrying, it opens a door that was veiled in ancient illusions many eons ago. Be aware of what sleeps there. The door awaits thee. Be careful of what sleeps beyond.
penitent one of the silent steps. Approach this face of pale gold, with empty sockets instead of eyes. You stand before the roots of the knotted tree of the three words, for these form the bars of my captivity. They claim that my words are false, and that mine is the face of deception. And for this reason, I have been exiled from my three other brothers, the Holy Guardian Visages. They betrayed me, punished me, and ripped out my eyes, so I could no longer be a witness to the truth. Now there is only infinite darkness around me. May your compassion help you in the search for my stolen golden eyes. One of them can be found in a place inhabited by bone, ash, and song. The other can be found in a dried-up sea, to which ships head to die amidst the terrible thunder. Find my eyes, penitent one, for only then will I be able to reveal my secret to you. May your compassion help you find my stolen eyes, for only then will I be able to reveal my secret to you.
Man, that's awesome. Okay, so we have found everything we need to. Now we know exactly where we need to go. Let's go and destroy the last two bosses. So we'll check and see if there's any additional secrets. If you notice, that first illusory wall, that was just a fluke. It looked a little out of place to me. So when I struck it, it disappeared and we got another Rosary bead. So that means we have every single thing we could possibly obtain except the last heart. These 3 Rosary beads are obtained by completing the New Game Plus with a penitence activated. So I'll do that in my own time. That's going to be beating the game 3 more times. So it's like, yeah, we'll look into that. But aside from that, we have all of these relics. We have all of the quest items we're going to need. We're going to have to turn in some of these, of course. But we have one last missing heart. I do believe that she's going to give us this last heart, and maybe that's the way we can see the truth. And we have every single prayer, even from the Stir of Dawn DLC and the new Wounds of Eventide DLC. So we have done everything. We haven't got 100% just yet, only because I haven't beat this file. But once I do, it'll be perfect. So all we're going to do next is we're going to leave this area. We are going to return to Albero and see if we have a sufficient amount of bones or collectibles unlocked. There's the freaking... There it is. There's the... that's the good old Joy-Con for you. But anyways, so what I'm trying to do is go to the ossuary, and that should allow us to defeat Isadora. She was pretty tough, but I'm tougher. We've given him the olive seeds. I think we still have some soot-covered garlic and regular garlic to give him. But I am so happy. This has been excellent. Actually being able to see the new content makes me quite proud. Here is the ossuary level. Typically, I love to collect all the collectibles and then provide, you know, that whole nice show where they all populate. But I'm not going to do it this time because I know I don't have them all.
This lowly welcome to the os. My duty is not matters little how many years, but these remains need one another. Only together bring them before me.
I don't have them all, so let's see if this is sufficient. We got a good chunk of them. We'll see if that's enough. We should get a series of Tears of Atonement, probably up to, you know, 23,000. Because we've turned in so many. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that this is actually... it's not enough. It's not enough. Okay, that's fine.
Bring the bones
I hope you don't make me find them all. Okay, so that's fine. So we can't do that just yet. Let's go destroy the snake then in that case. So we're going to go down to the Echoes of Salt. So all the while, we need to explore and make sure we find any additional collectibles. Most of them are going to be like strewn about the Mother of Mothers and things like that. So we'll go explore that here before long. But we need to go over to the save point, and we're going to go down to the Echoes of Salt area. Right there. Okay. I don't think we can go across. Is this the door that's locked? I think it is. No, it's not. Okay. Perfect. Alright. So this is going to be a little difficult. This area is just tough in general, but we should be fine. These people hit like trucks. Now we're coming down. Gonna make sure we get all the map completion in this area, because I don't want to come back. It's too tough, and definitely not. It ain't fun. I thought I just equipped the... Oh, this is the nail. Allows us full mobility even in this grime. Alright. So now we're going to come... This is all for map completion and just exploring the area to the fullest. Ran the wrong way, that crazy guy. Alright, so there's another save point over here, I think. So let's tag this one too. And then we have another illusory wall. Oh, I guess we've already... Nani? We've already done that. Okay, that's fine. Might as well. Most of the enemies are immortal anyways, or they can't die no matter what you do to them. So, aside from that one chick that has the blue orbs, we should be fine. Jump, slide, up, slide. Alright, here's where things get a little crazy. What? That really threw me off. Die, lady! Okay, she's dead. Yes. Okay. I got hit right in the brain. Now we're going to equip a different prayer, the prayer that actually helped us unlock this little puzzle here. I missed. That's fine. So we're going to heal, heal, heal. And I need to do a bunch of this right here, making sure I sacrifice my health for some fervor. And then we're going to activate it right here. Oh my lordy, it wasn't enough either. Okay, we're going to try that again. Funny thing is, I did it on my first try last time, not even thinking about how I didn't even know how the prayer worked. Yay! Alright, let's see if we can survive. Now I'm really nervous because I have no health and absolutely no means to regenerate fervor for my invincibility. So we're gonna be traversing really softly, really carefully over here. Off we go. We're going to cross this little pond over here. And on the other side, if we make it all the way across, we'll be able to actually get to the lowest part of, I think, the Mother of Mothers area. Kind of like the library of... Not the library, but the silent patio area. So, hey, look, we found a Perpetua. So there's must be 3 save points. We got the one over here in Echoes of Salt, this one, and there's a second in this area as well. So look at us go. Do I have the invincibility prayer equipped? I do. So now we should have what we need to successfully navigate this area. I'm going to activate my invincibility. That ladder won't be unlocked just yet. Alright, you guys are jerks. We're going to heal again. We're going to get the execution because I hate these guys. They throw anchors at me all the time. Alright. Patience, patience. We go here. No! That would have killed me. I don't want to die. Gonna use my invincibility here. Oh, goody. I'm gonna go for a boss attempt here. I know that's ill-advised, but I don't care. I want to win. I want to win. Alright. Here we go. Ready? Me neither. Alright, Sierpes. You ready to die? She's going to do her introductory attack here. We're going to dodge out of the way. Come in here and hit the little people coming out of her mouth. Boop, boop. Get some. Gonna scoot up. Oh god, we got hit by the mouth closing. That's unfortunate. We're gonna jump over the bones. Come in and see if we can get some extra strikes. We're gonna wait for those orbs to come at us and dodge under. Dodge towards the mouth. Doing its charge attack, so we're gonna stay off screen there. Right out of range. We're gonna dash, because that's always a strong, powerful attack there. Look how much damage we've done. Virtually no damage at all. We're gonna jump over the bones. We're going to wait for the orbs to come at us, then we're going to dodge under. We're going to dodge towards the face. Oh man, I should have stayed right where I was at. I could have dealt all kinds of damage there. We're going to have to dodge right here, otherwise we would have got tagged. Waiting for the bones, we're going to jump over them. I've been waiting for this beam attack. Thank you for delivering. Waiting for the orbs here. Once they come across, we're going to dodge, and then we're going to dodge towards the snake's face. We're going to stay really close here. Ill-advised, but I'll do it. We're going to get hit this time. No, we're not, because we used our upward mobility there. Whew, we got a little lucky there. We got hurt really bad there. Gonna have to wait and be patient, which I don't like doing. I like to get those additional strikes in if I can. We're gonna jump over these bones. We're gonna heal again for safety. Come in close. Get these additional strikes in as well. Dodge under this electric beam attack. Kind of wait it out. Wait for the bones and jump across those as well. And then she's gonna be doing a charge here eventually. She seems overdue for a charge attack, so let's see. This is it right here. We're going to stay off screen, avoid that damage. So far we're doing great considering we're at a hell of a disadvantage. We started off already injured, and we didn't have all of the flasks. But this is not a battle about anything other than patience and understanding the moveset. We're going to dodge out of the way right here. Remember, you have to be mindful of your dodge cooldown. We're going to slide right into her face. She's now going to be changing direction. This is where we're going to be using our iframes. I'm going to activate my heal. We can get some additional damage here. Use our iframes. She's not even at half health yet, so we got a ways to go. Got a ways to go. And wait for these orbs over here. Slide under. Slide forward. Slide under. Wait to see if she's going to do a charge. Looks like she's not. Looks like an electric beam, so we're going to slide out of the way here. Got some more orbs, so we're just going to use this time to take deal some damage here. Avoid the orbs carefully. Jump across and get hit right in the face. We're going to dodge this charge attack, stay off screen. This is all about patience though. We're not going to be dealing tons of damage. I'm going to use my iframes here because I'm a little nervous. I hate when they do this in games where I'm used to fighting facing one direction and they completely change it up on me. I'm going to jump up. We got hit, unfortunately. And go ahead and use our iframes again. This is kind of the moment of truth right here. Very likely we can get hurt and die, but our iframes are running out. Hopefully these bone structures break down. Gotta dodge the orbs. Dodge the orbs. We want them to go straight down towards us. Dodge this orb as well. I got hit by it closing its frickin' mouth. The electric beam is pretty easy to dodge as long as you see it. I'm gonna use my iframes here because if I don't, it's very likely to get hit. And we're gonna dodge out again. We got hit and we died. But that was pretty good for the first attempt considering we didn't have all our heals and stuff anyways. That's gonna be tough, but we got this. That is going to be a tough one. But we have the save point, which is really close, and we activated the shortcut. So now, all we have to do is wait for this little pattern of Joy-Con moved me up. I swear I was standing still. No! That was me. I was compensating by holding down. Okay. Up we go. Perfect. So let's go ahead and see if we can defeat Sierpes. We're going to come across again. We just got to be patient. This is a very long boss fight. Especially since you're not going to be dealing full damage, you know? Or tons of damage, because this is, again, like a new game plus, 1. And 2, it's a DLC boss, so incredibly strong. Tons of health. I got hit by that. I was trapped, actually. That was lucky for us. I didn't mean to activate that combo, but you know. By now you know. If it's an upwards attack that I didn't intend to do, it is definitely because of my controller. But it's fine. I'm adjusting. Jump across, slide in. We're going to get hit. We're going to dodge this orb here, and then we're going to go towards her mouth. That's a little too close to her mouth, so I don't want to mess with it. We're going to dodge away from this beam. Let it ride out its course here. I'm going to jump over the bones. Stay out of the way there. I'm going to dodge this orb. We're going to go towards her mouth this time. Gotta dodge this beam. I did it a little late, unfortunately. Jump across. I was waiting for a charge attack. It's unfortunate that I was aiming up. That wasn't intentional, but definitely another issue. Kind of wasted those that power up. It's okay though. Jump over the bones. Dodge under this beam here. We're just gonna wait it out, you know, we gotta be patient. We gotta dodge out of the way. That was very close range for us. Fortunately, we made it right out. gonna dodge out of the way of these orbs right here. Hate when they populate or spawn right in front of you. That's terrible. We're gonna jump over these spikes, little bone pieces here. We're gonna dodge under this beam, let it ride out its course again. Gonna get in close while those orbs spawn really far away. We're gonna jump over these bones right here. We're waiting for the charge. Really anticipating that, but fortunately she hasn't done it yet. Gonna dodge away from this electric beam. We're gonna get her to half health before long. Jump over the bones. See if we can get a strike in. I got hit by her closing her mouth. That's happened many times before. We're gonna stay out of range of that charge attack there. I'm gonna heal right here so I can hopefully, oh, that didn't work. I'm gonna use the powered attacks here to do this. Wait for that beam to close off, hopefully right there. Get all of those in her mouth. There we go. Dodge. Dodge. Oh man, got a little nervous there and accidentally healed. Avoid this beam. Oh, why could you aim up? How could you aim up? That's so frustrating. It definitely wasn't holding up there. I'm gonna have to compensate. I have to hold like down to the left to make it prevent it from doing that. These are iframes. Not gonna get eaten alive there. I refuse. Hopefully these bone fragments break down. Okay, we're gonna sneak in a little hit there and then come across this way. Avoid these orbs. Stay out of range. We weren't able to stay out of range. That's fine though. We're gonna heal. Still shooting up for some reason. That's okay though. It happens. We can't control it. Not until I buy a new one. Alright. So we've got some iframes here. It's all we have to our name. Okay, I'm so glad. I thought she could hurt me from there. I didn't know how far she was going to go. But it looks like there is a limit there to how far she can actually attack us. That was very close. I'm going to dodge that. Whew, those are really close attacks. Dodge out of range. That's okay. She's gonna come over to the right. The orb's still there. We gotta be careful that doesn't tag us. We keep going up and up and up. The wind is now becoming a factor. Now she has 4 orbs. Perfect. Alright, we have one more invincibility to use, so we gotta be very careful here. The wind is blowing us to the left, so we gotta be careful that these orbs don't hit us. Ooh, that was close. That could have killed us. And jump over these bone fragments here. The wind's blowing us still, so we gotta be very careful. Okay. If we get hit by one of these, we will die. Oh, or get really close. Whew, we didn't die. But I died by walking into an orb that was really easy to avoid because I was adjusting in my seat. I fucking love that. Alright, so let's try that again. That's annoying. We should probably get it this time, though. I'll be more careful. The one thing I was thinking is, instead of iframes, I could potentially use one that increases damage, but the damage output is so minimal. I feel like it's just better to wait it out. It's better to live longer on these. In most games, you want to deal as much damage as possible, but you can't. There's no like huge increase in damage aside from using that ability that I'm doing when I flask. That increases our ability to use the that ranged attack. So I don't know. I'm not convinced that that's the way to do it. All right, let's beat this boss. I'm about tired of it. Oh gosh. Ah, she's being real cheap now. Gotta heal. Gonna slide towards her. Dodges beam. Ooh, we got killed. The fatigue and frustration are setting in. Been playing this damn game for 3 days straight. So it is a little frustrating. But I will defeat her, though. It is only a matter of time. Okay, let's go up here. I'm trying to think. I was trying to use that new combo, one that I never used before, the combo where you strike down instead of up, the uppercut. So I'm going to see how much more damage it does. It seems to give us an extra hit, so I do like it. Too slow. I'm not a big fan of it. Not a big fan. Gonna dodge this electric beam. All we need to do is just kind of go under it. Always stay under it, and you should be fine. Go over these bones. Dodge the electric beam yet again. We just stay under it and move to the far side of the screen. We'll be fine. Go. Bones. Another electric beam, so we're just going to move to this far side of the screen. I'm waiting for the charge. There it is. I like it because as long as I dodge it, I can deal a decent amount of damage. Dodge the beam. Move away from the closing mouth, but I knew that was a little close there. So at least now I know how close I need to be, how far away I need to be to dodge it. Dodge away from these orbs. Wait for the bones. Dodge on the orb or get hit in the face, that's fine. Either way. Either way will work. Dodge the beam. Jump over the bones. All we're doing is just kind of waiting out these patterns here, trying to avoid imminent death. She's going to move to the other side now that she's almost half health. She's got 3 bars down, so this is where things get a little more difficult. You got to be very careful. Once the bone fragments come out, we will need to pop one of those invincibilities, like so. It's perfect timing there. Now she'll move to the left of the screen. We need to dodge these. But we also need to be careful because I'm not sure what attack she's going to be doing. There's 3 orbs now that he's throwing, so we gotta. Oh, she's throwing, so we gotta go there. Avoid them at all possible. It's nice to always go in the direction of what they're spinning. That way, the trajectory of it will make it force it downward. So that's the way you want to do it, so you avoid it. Otherwise, you can actually come into its trajectory. So I guess depending on if it's on the left or right side of the screen, it can help you decide which path you need to go to dodge it best. We're gonna need to pop our iframes here. I'm gonna stay on this side, avoid any orbs. There you go. Dodge. So you want to dodge to the right when the tail's on your right, because the trajectory is going counterclockwise. We're gonna dodge again to avoid this crazy charge attack. Gonna heal. I'm gonna stay under the triangle right here. So here we'd probably want to be on the left, but yeah, dodging to the left. Got hit in the ass, that's fine. And ass again, yep, figured. Figured as much. We're gonna save these. Gonna find the triangle, stay right under it. Stay under this electric beam here. Move to the far side of the screen to dodge it. Dodge this charge attack as well. I'm gonna heal. She's gonna move to the right side of the screen. Now she's moving to the left side, and as we move higher and higher now, wind becomes a factor. Just bring in these bones, so once the... Oh gosh, they're coming in close. That's new. Got my iframes in just in time. That could have been bad. Gonna dodge over these bones. Got hit because of that combo we did. That's okay though. Gotta be smart about it. Move in here. Here. Dodge under. Dodge under. Stay away from those easy to dodge orbs. It's so easy to get hit by those though, because you forget about the timing of when they come. You know, she spawns them, so you gotta be very careful. She's gonna move over to the right. I'm gonna use my last flask. I don't have an invincibility frame there, so kind of is what it is. She's gonna populate on the left side of the screen, really close to me. Dead. I couldn't do anything there. I didn't have iframes. You can't roll under those bones, so that's unfortunate. We had her really close that time. Alright, let's do this again. We gotta beat her. Never easy. Alright. Pick up the guilt fragment, and let's do some work here. Alright, we gotta deal some damage. I'm gonna try something out a little different, because until she gets to that one phase, I think extra damage would be ideal. Jump over the bones. Avoid the beam. Charge attack over here. We're going to dodge again just for safety. Dodge this electric beam here. We might get hit, but we're not, because we can't. Dump over the bones there. Ooh, I ran right into her teeth on accident. We're going to dodge this electric beam here. Once we get another opportunity for her to charge us, we are going to try our new magic ability again. Gonna dodge. Then we're gonna strike. Gonna heal again so we can activate the powerful attacks. Dodge. That second one followed us way too fast. Woo! Got the moves. This is where I'm going to change it really quickly. We got the iframes. We're going to need to dodge the orbs if they shoot them. Okay. Dodge. Dodge. Kind of just baiting them as much as we can. No. Definitely wasn't trying to do that upward combo there. We're going to dodge over here, and then I'm going to switch my magic over. I'm going to heal again, and then she's going to come over here. I'm going to hit her with these combos. Now the wind is going to be a factor. I'm going to use my charge attack here. Dodge. Dodge. Jump. Dodge. We're going to use this right here to deal as much damage as possible. As she comes through. I'm gonna dodge. Dodge. I'm gonna heal. And I'm going to use a range attack and kill her ass. Because I'm tired of beating her. And she ate me anyways. Ooh, that was tough. Very tough indeed. Excellent. So glad we got that out of the way. That was tough. Much tougher than Isadora. I can beat Isadora real easily, actually, compared to that boss fight. She doesn't have nearly as much health. So I'm very confident we can get a victory. It's not going to be easy, but it'll be easier than what we had to experience there. And sometimes I guess the DPS would, increased DPS is the way to go. So I went with a more aggressive route. That's just my normal play style, but I just had noticed in my previous run that I had a little bit more success when I was focusing on defense. So now we should be safe coming across this way over here. More of these orbs. Now I'm like, bring them on. They still kill me in like no time at all, but I'm more patient with them now. Uh-oh. That was close. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's fine. So we got one eye down. So pretty much we need to explore for the rest. The collectibles aren't going to be down here. So I'm trying to think, how many more do we need? We've obtained quite a few of them already. So let's see. Let's look at the map. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and head that way anyways, just for the sake of map completion. And we can head back up through, not the Library of Negated Words, but that other area. I can't, the name escapes me, but it is the Sleeping Canvases, I believe. And that is what we'll be searching for. So let's continue on this way. Do I have the nail uprooted from dirt? I feel like I don't. I feel a little heavy. Oh, I did have it. Wow, okay, that's weird. I still feel heavy, though. Not sure why. There's my guilt fragment. Go pick it up real quick. Nice throw, sir. You are a sniper with those... What are they called? Anchors? I always want to call them anvils. That is different. Orb. Alright, she's been dispatched of as well. Now we just need to continue moving down this way. Okay. Nice. Alright, here goes. Ah, why would you be here? Alright, here goes. Gonna have to kill you. One way or the other. Just being stubborn. They're not hard, it's just... You can't just rush through them either. Oh, come on. I can't even go that way. That was a waste. Here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to increase our fervor by sacrificing our health. So I'm going to activate my invincibility frames here, jump across this way. Oh, that lady does block my field of vision. That makes it a little strange to maneuver. That's fine. We're going to activate the iframes because I don't feel like dying. Coming across all the way. Up here, I think this was a prayer or something special. Maybe even a rosary bead, I don't recall. They changed up the placement and what each of the containers look like on us. Let's see, we're going to get just enough just in case we need the iframes. But if we drop down, we should be safe and able to get directly to where we need to get, which is the save point. Should be, yeah, here it is. Should be a Perpetua around here somewhere, and here it is. Alright. Okay. That area was easy. Mother of mothers. We'll wait for the elevator to come down, and then we're going to come into that room off to the other side. I don't remember what this was. Oh, another warp point. I know there's areas for me to explore, and I will do that for the map complete. It's going to be a real pain in the ass the way I did it, because I was kind of sloppy with my navigation, but that's for me to handle casually. It'll be my penitence. Since we're playing Blasphemous, we got to stick with the theme here. Alright, we're going to come up here. We're going to talk to Miriam from Bloodstained Ritual of the Knights. This is the Strife and Rune DLC, so here we have an encounter with Miriam, and she lets us know that she needs our help to put the shards of glass back together.
I sense, forgive this place and is Crisanta to I beg.
But we've seen this as well in our other streams. So she's leading us over to show us the very first platforming sequence we have to do. So each of these will contain one shard. So once we get, once you actually complete the platforming sequence, you get to replace a shard of this special glass there, and she'll eventually give you a prayer, which we have already obtained. So it'd be nice for me to have it just for the sake of completion, but I've already done it, and I have the prayer in my possession. But I don't like that glass is broken, right? It's nice to have everything completed, even on this file that we've spent an unhealthy amount of time on. Jump! I'm going to come across, again, this is just to complete the map. Ooh, I don't know how I missed that. Parry. He's at a weird range, too. Okay, here goes. The hell? All right. Could have died there. That was really close, actually. Gonna spam our heals. Now we essentially come full circle. Very good. Okay, cool. So now we can go over and around. Now, I need to make sure I don't have any crazy quest items that are going to be specific to anything important. So there's not. Okay, good. So we need to come across. What we need to do, essentially, is beat the rest of the game, but find as many collectibles as possible. And that's going to be important because I need to unlock Isadora. And once I do, then I'll have to still go through and get the Thorn evolved into the Custodia of Sin. So there's still quite a bit to be done. So what I'm probably going to do is actually do a lot of that off screen, because you've seen the 100% guide. We've done it already, right? So at this point, I just want to show you the new content, and this is not new content. So what I'm probably going to do is show you guys how to tell you guys what to do, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so that's all done. No, why would I waste another 2,000? Okay, so essentially, what we need to do is find enough collectibles to be able to open Isidora's room. She's in the ossuary. Once you have enough, that passageway to the right will just open up. Once that's done, what we'll need to do is defeat her, and I will defeat her on screen. I won't defeat her until I'm on screen. So what I'll do is do everything else. I'll go through all the map and whatever else, and wait until we have enough to open her door. Whenever I have enough, I'll go ahead and defeat her on screen, and then from there, what we'll do is we'll have both eyes. We'll return to the Traitor, replace both of its eyes, and then after that happens, we'll go ahead and complete the rest of the game, because by then I will have destroyed the statues and everything, so we should be fine. But I hope that was at least enjoyable for the first part. You saw a bunch of new content. All we need to do is defeat Isidora, replace the eyes of the Traitor, and beat the game so we can get the new ending. So I will do that here and get all prepared for you off screen, because I just need to eat and stuff like that, so I want to make sure I get all that done. But anyways, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for your viewership. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So today I finally saw the new content for Wounds of Eventide. Today I saved, or spared, Esdras' life. And today I streamed the new Blasphemous DLC content for your viewing pleasure. And what the fuck have you done lately? It's the Inhuman one signing out. I'll catch you guys next time.